Hello students, today we will read the next chapter, The Ant and the Cricket, as it is related to the first poem. Okay. Now before starting the poem, I want to tell you students that you have read in the first chapter that gives you the moral lessons, that brotherhood, how important is the brotherhood in the world, and how important is the love and peace and harmony in the world. That chapter teaches you that thing. Now this chapter teaches you that what is the importance of hard work in one's life. Understood? What is the importance of hard work in one's life and how we have to plan for our future, how we have to be a meticulous person. Understood? We should have to be we should have to think about our future. So it is very important, and this is also that this is a very crucial time and we are just studying at home. So don't waste your time and even inculcate all these moral values in your life. Okay, so I will start the poem. Before starting, I want to tell you that this poem is adapted from Aesop's fable. You can see in the last page also Aesop's fables. Now I want to tell you about this Aesop's. Aesop is a collection of fables credited to Aesop. Aesop was a slave, you can say a person, a storyteller, believed to have lived in ancient Greece between 620 to 564 BC. Although his existence remains unclear, we do not know, but it is believed. Okay, fables originally belong to the oral traditions. Oral means maukhik, oral traditions. Okay, it is not in the written manner, it is oral traditions. And many of the tales are characterized by animals. It is written here, a fable is a story often with animals as characters that conveys a moral. Okay, and solve problems and generally have human characteristics. Understood? Now I want to give you some examples, that the fox and the grapes, the boy who cried wolf, the fox and the crow. I think you have read or heard these stories from your grandparents or from your parents also. Okay, or even you have watched the cartoons on the TV on these kinds of stories. Okay, so these are the moral based stories which teaches us that how we have to live our life, give us the moral values. One more example I want to give you from Panchatantra. Have you ever heard the Panchatantra? It is also an ancient Indian collection of interested animal fables, and it was written in Sanskrit words and prose, arranged within a frame of story based on an older oral tradition. That I have told you, oral tradition. It was not written in the text, but it was in the oral traditions and had been attributed to Vishnu Sharma, as it is believed that it was written by Vishnu Sharma, but it is not clear. But we are attributed, in India it is attributed that it was written by Vishnu Sharma. Okay, like the Aesop's fables were written orally told by the Aesop's, the Greece slave. And Greece is a country in the southern East Europe. Okay, now come to the poem. So let me start the introduction. A fable is a story often with animals as characters that conveys a moral. This poem about an ant and a cricket. An ant and a cricket. Now here you will see what is the quality of an ant and what is the quality of a cricket. You can see here. And these two insects also depicts the quality of human being also. You will see. You can metaphor means you can compare these two qualities with the human being also. Let's see, and we will enjoy this poem. Okay, so contains an idea of far-reaching significance, which is as true as four-legged cricket. Crickets have four legs. It is shown in the picture also. So in the same manner, it is, if it is true on the four legs cricket, then it is also true for the two-legged one. And who are the two-legged ones? We human beings. We have also such kind of nature. Okay, so surely you have seen a cricket that has two legs. Have you seen those kind of cricket? Let's see. I will ask you later. Okay, so just think it. What kind of two legs person are here in this world? Whether they are cricket, and you have to think yourself also whether you are cricket or an ant. Okay, so let's start a poem. A silly young cricket, accustomed to sing through the warm sunny months of gay summer and spring, began to complain when he found that at home his cupboard was empty and winter was come. Now, what happens that here the poem start with a cricket, with an insect who, what happened, who always singing. Accustomed means who was habitual of singing every time. He was not doing any work, he was always singing in a in a summer morning and the spring, through the warm sunny months of gay summer and spring. Gay means happiness. So he was always in a very cheerful manner. He was always in a mood of happiness and always singing. Carelessly was singing in summer and spring season all day long, and used to enjoy his good times during summer season. He didn't plan for the future. Began to complain when he found that at home his cupboard was empty and winter was come. Now see, first what comes, the spring season, and after that the summer. After summer we have the rainy season, then we have the winter season. So here the poet has said, when the winter came, he began to complain when he found his cupboard was empty. Why? Because at that time he was always busy in singing, in dancing. He was doing nothing. Okay, he was happy and enjoyably, enjoying his life. But what he was doing, he had not collected anything for winter season. All silly young cricket accustomed, silly means lack of sense and wisdom. All silly young cricket accustomed to sing through the warm, as the month of summer is very warm and sunny. Have you seen how scorching heat is outside? So here, and in spring season also, he has not collected anything. He was just enjoying his life at a full part, and began to complain when he found that at home his cupboard was empty and winter was come. So at the point when the problems arrived, he was complaining, "Oh, I have nothing. What I will do now?" Not a crumb to be found. Crumb means a little bit of thing, morsel. Not a crumb to be found on the snow covered ground. As you see that when you can I'm talking about those areas where the snow falls. So on the snow covered, there is all around the snow on the ground, not a flower could he see, and not a leaf on a tree. Everything is there. What? Nothing is seen there. Everything is empty. Okay, so not a flower could he see, not a leaf on a tree. Now he exclaimed with sadness, "Oh, what will become, says the cricket, of me?" Now he was complaining that, oh, what I had done when there was the month when I have to do something, that at that month I was enjoying. I have done nothing. Now I have nothing to eat and I have nothing for the shelter also. So what I will do now? So he was in a deep remorse. Now second paragraph. At last by starvation and famine made bold. Now at last starvation means hunger. Famine means the lack of food. So made bold, all dripping with wet and all trembling with cold. How it made him bold? That he had to take some action. He had to take some decisions, because as there is no food, okay, no shelter, and he was dripping with wet, means it was raining also, and trembling with cold. It was also very cold. It was chill cold outside. So the cricket had eaten nothing and was starving with hunger. So bold means it mustered its courage and set off to seek the help of ants. And always he set off to a miserly ant. Okay, miserly means stingy ant. To see if to keep him alive he would grant. Why he went to ant? So that he should make his life live. Okay, so that he would not die of hunger or starvation. Understood? And he should also get some shelter from rain. and a mouthful of grain, and he would also get some food to eat. So he wished only to borrow. So he said, let me borrow, and he would repay it tomorrow. Today I will borrow, and then tomorrow, it means when the time comes, I will return that thing to ants. If not, he must die of starvation and sorrow. If he would not get the food, if he would not get the shelter, if he would not get the shelter and food, or so, he must die of starvation and sorrow. So he would die of hunger and the sadness. Okay. Now let's move to the next part.